Wake up, grab your phone, good vibes everywhere. Ryder's got big muscles, Lisa's got the hair. You never know what they're gonna say, but there's a 45% chance you might like it anyway. It's the sauce, they're spilling it live for you. It's the sauce with your favorite morning crew. It's the sauce, 2 hours will fly by. They don't know what they're doing, but they're gonna try. It's the sauce.
Hi, I'm Donna. I'm from California, and I'm on the sauce with Ryder and Lisa.
Hello, I'm David from the home of the Minnesota Wild, and I want to say that I'm enjoy the sauce with Lisa and Ryder.
I'm Adam Stevens from Sherwood Park, Alberta. I'm on the sauce with Ryder and Lisa, especially during Oiler games with the way they're playing this season.
That's Scott's brother, Adam Stevens.
Oh.
Yeah. I actually don't think that is Scott Stevens' brother. But.
The Oilers they're gonna win tonight. They're playing Dallas.
Finally on home ice.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Slept in their own beds, maybe ready to rip. Welcome to the Sports Interaction Studio. We're Ryder and Lisa, and we've got a fun one for you today.
Yeah, we had a Minnesota Wild fan there as a saucer. He must be pretty excited. His team's playing pretty good right now.
I would like to go on a little Minnesota hockey tour at some point. It's known to be like the state of hockey.
Really?
Yeah. They really embrace it.
Cool.
They do well. And they got a couple great college teams there. It would be fun to just go and kind of see what it's like.
Yeah, we know a couple radio people there too, so maybe we can crash on their couch. That'd be fun.
Probably would.
Anyway, welcome to the show. We're very excited. We have so much to get to today. We're going to have a health expert, Just Bite Me Meals owner, Dan, in. We're going to just talk fitness, health, the fact that he's now a pilot. So very excited about that. And we have the one and only Bagged Milk joining us. Will he reveal his identity on the sauce?
Is today the day?
Because he's been with Oilersnation since day one, no? Or at least close to 2007.
I believe he was their first hire.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk to him about where his career here with Oilersnation started, where his love for the Oilers started. So that'll be a lot of fun too. And our 3 stars of anything today, it's a little bit risque. We're going to be counting down the top 3 sports mascots that we think get the most action. So if you have a suggestion, feel free to get it in the chat. Thanks to everyone that's on our YouTube right now. Make sure you're liking this video and subscribing to Oilers Nation. We are here every weekday between 8 and 10 a.m. Mountain.
Good morning, Reece. How you feeling?
Good morning. I'm feeling good. How are you guys?
Good. I've noticed there was like an adrenaline in you the first few days when we started. This morning I'm noticing maybe there's less adrenaline and more tired eyes.
Yeah, Reece, can we see you? How are you?
Howdy.
Oh, he looks like he's been through it. He's
that
seen
mean?
some things.
He's 7 years older since we started this show.
Yeah, he has a mustache now. Oh, maybe that's because it's Movember, which, by the way, we are supporting Movember because can you believe that it's almost December? Like right around the corner.
Yeah.
But you're not growing out a mustache this year. What's up with that?
Yeah, I had one going, and then I think my nose is growing too much, and
so it hides it a bit.
It not only hides it, but it jams the mustache hairs into my nose, and I constantly feel like sneezing.
It's itchy.
I noticed it on the show one day. I kept on like.
Oh, you're like chronically sneezing because of it.
Well, getting mousy. I was doing like face, and so I was like, I better. Just for year one. Next year, I'll grow a nasty mustache. I don't care what faces I'm doing. But I'm still trying to impress some people around here, you know?
Yeah, that's fair. Movember, the leading charity dedicated to changing the face of men's health because healthier men mean a healthier world. So this is the 19th annual campaign for Movember in Canada. It raises funds and awareness for men's health across the country. Since 2003, over 6 million people have raised funds for Movember. And in 2024, over 47,000 Canadians participated in the movement. And it continues to grow. So you can donate at Movember.com. But yeah, Reece, your mustache looks good. Are you growing that on purpose, or is it because you are working 10 to 12-hour days because of us and you just don't have time to shave? What's going on?
No, I try and do it every Movember just as like to challenge myself more or less.
Sure.
Just to see how far I can get. But it's a slow grind for sure.
Yeah.
I've got a couple more years until it's like consistent.
Yeah.
You know what? Now that you're getting up at what time you get up at, I think next year's your year.
Yeah, maybe.
I think it's going to really be a game changer
This
for
is
you.
the boost I needed.
Yeah.
You got. It has to see your mustache has to see like 6:30 a.m. a few times, and then it'll blossom. It's just like the flowers in May.
It's true. So my dad, this is a tip for you, Reece, if you want to really grow that mustache and be super, super manly. My sisters and I just found out recently that back in the day, because my dad's always been an early riser. He'd get up, he worked for the city of Edmonton forever. And so he'd be up at the crack of dawn and he'd be gone before we even got up for school. But my one sister found out recently that every single morning with his coffee, my dad would have a coffee crisp chocolate bar.
Yeah.
He thought that was
Breakfast of
a
champions.
breakfast choice that made sense.
I mean,
and
it's pretty much a granola bar.
this is what my dad said when I called him out. I was like, Dad, you can't be having a chocolate bar for breakfast every day. He's like, Lisa, it's a nice light snack. Which I think is their logo. I'm like, Dad, you can't take these logos that seriously.
Just reading the logo as his argument or the slogan. Awesome.
I think he'd pick it up from the gas station every single morning.
Another way that you can get your mustache popping is to fight at Costco. Apparently, that's something that's been happening around here lately. You see the one yesterday that went viral?
I sure did. So this shook down in St. Albert, which is my hometown.
You
Shout
proud?
Shout out to St. Albert. The Costco, there was a full-on brawl at their location just the other day over Pokemon cards. And people had traveled there to get these exclusive Pokemon cards. They were using several different Costco membership cards to try and get away with it because I think there's a limit. You can only take 2.
Sure.
Because there's such a high demand for these Pokemon cards that they're not letting people go in and buy more than 2.
Well, I think they implemented some rules to stop brawls from happening.
Yeah. Was that the brawl?
Reece is trying to line it up for
Yeah,
us.
that'd
Love
be
that.
awesome.
Bro, do you guys want it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's see it. Let's see what actually shook down.
I mean, it never really takes off.
Oh, but I like the yelling part. When they're like, get out of my store. The manager gets involved.
But yeah, I think they implemented some rules so that people weren't taking all of the cards and then causing a fight. So it's 2 each, but now people are figuring out ways around that. I just think, can you imagine how ridiculous this story would be, this headline would be, if Pokemon cards weren't worth a lot of money, potentially, for resale?
Are they worth a lot of money?
Yeah, like if you get a rare Pokemon card,
Okay.
it can be worth a ton of money.
And you don't know what you're going to get until you open it, correct?
Correct. Yeah,
Okay.
it's like sports cards, but just picture the headline: if the cards were just
Just whatever.
coloring books.
Yeah. And people were fist fighting
There
over
was a
them.
brawl at Costco today for Pokemon coloring books.
Well, it's also strange seeing adults fighting over something like that.
100%.
But I guess it's kind of like what Arnold did in Jingle All the Way. Like, if it's the toy of the year, you're going to do whatever it takes. You're going to wear the costume. You're going to be in the city's parade, and you're going to get it done.
It's true.
You're going to fist fight some evil guys, evil characters.
very good reference. All right, we got that, sucker? Let's check it out.
Tough guy in a leather jacket.
It seems like the people around him are trying to be somewhat reasonable. Like, get out. But not getting pushy. Oh, this guy's coming in. The bald guy, you see him?
No. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's coming in.
He's
Just
ready to
monitor.
mess some...
No, he's not going to do anything. He's just going to stand there looking tough.
They're still having an altercation outside the Costco. Go home, bro.
Well, they're explaining it to the police, I think. All of these workers put their hands on me.
Go home.
We can't say much more, or else that guy's going to put his hands on us.
He's going to come steal your Pokemon cards. You got any exclusive Pokemon cards? Some rarities?
Never collected anything Pokemon.
Me neither. My sister did for a little bit, but...
I'm trying to convince you right now that we could make some money, a little side hustle. Apparently, if you find out a Lego set is going out of stock, or like won't be made again the next year, what's the word I'm looking for?
Like a
Limited edition. But it's the last year. If you find that out, you scoop those up, you can sell them for like double. So there are people that will buy 100 of them and then just sit on them for a year and then resell them next Christmas.
That seems like way too much work. And I have the worst track record for trying to sell things.
If you're getting 100 at $100 and you're making $100 off each one, that's big money. It's 10 grand.
I'm not interested. It's giving Dwight Schrute from The Office when he found out what the hottest toy of the year was around Christmas and bought all of them.
Yeah.
And then there were parents showing up to the office and he was getting them to pay at inflated prices to get their hands on
See,
one.
I do feel like it's a little bit greasy, but I don't feel bad if I'm selling these and sending them to other places.
Okay.
If I'm selling them here on Kijiji
You
and
feel
I'm
bad about it.
screwing over Edmonton parents,
Yeah.
I'd feel bad.
Right. Okay.
Whereas if I'm selling to people in Seattle, big deal.
Yeah,
Make
whatever.
$100. So anyway, I'm probably going to do this.
Can you add a tariff to it?
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about the tariffs. I could probably end up losing money on this scheme this year.
It's true.
Depending on where I'm ordering these from. I don't know if Legos are tariffed. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do some research.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
I do follow this one influencer, though, and he just breaks down. He's like, this is the one I would buy this year.
you can't just trust some random dude online. He's trying to sway you to buy the ones that aren't the hot ones, and he's actually buying the hot ones.
No,
Yeah.
they were $149 when he said it for a box of these ones. It was the Waverly Place Lego set. And now they're going for like $260 a set.
We've got some inside information in the YouTube chat. Justin said that people are bringing food scales into stores and weighing the packs of Pokemon cards so they can tell which ones have the valuable inserts. It's wild.
Whoa.
That's next level.
Yeah. Kind of shout out for that.
I
right?
know.
Like that's
Also,
that's
shout out to
doing your
people that
work.
have food scales. Never in my life have I ever measured food to make sure that I'm eating the proper amount. I think I just go off of my fist.
Just eyeball it.
Yeah, I think like you're
fist.
you're supposed to like have the amount of protein on your plate should be the size of your fist.
Oh.
Didn't you know that?
I thought you were
or
just
your
being
palm
like,
maybe.
Well, this passed is 4 fists worth. That makes sense. Maybe the palm. Yeah, for like a piece of protein? Is that what you mean for
yeah,
the palm?
yeah, it's supposed to be like the inside of your palm is the amount that you should have during each meal,
Okay.
at least.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anyway, let's give some love to those who are in the chat this morning. Danielle has checked in. Leafs Lady. We've got Stu Skinner 74, Mandy, Fumingo, Dawn, Tanya, Northside Norms in the chat, Sergeant Battle. Yeah, we got lots of people checking in. Thank you so much for being here this morning. And if you want to let us know what mascot you think gets the most action before we get into 3 stars of anything a little later on the show, feel free to tell us why.
Yeah.
I don't even know how this conversation came to be.
Well, they do have an aura about them. And some of them are like, this guy's zany and fun. And other ones are like,
I wouldn't mess with that
what's
one.
this guy doing Friday nights?
Yeah.
You know?
They get distracted. They're supposed to be on the Jumbotron, but they're too busy flirting.
I do think it's a little bit unfair that all the sexy mascots are men. You don't see many like boom boom tsh, boom boom tsh, boom boom mascots come out,
That's true.
right? Like Vegas Golden Knights probably should have done that.
Mm-hmm. What is their mascot? Just a knight?
He's like a snake of some sort. It's like a golden.
Oh, like a scorpion. That would make
No.
sense.
It's not a scorpion.
Oh.
Not even close. A snake and a scorpion are not the same thing.
Oh, right.
Right.
What am I trying to think of? What are the rattlesnake?
It's some form of snake, I think. Do you know what the Vegas mascot is?
I just looked it up. Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it?
A Gila monster named Chance.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
He's a funny looking dude. And his outfit matches his jersey when he wears the gold jersey, and I don't like it. I don't know why. Just don't like it.
I just don't understand what the reference is. I guess there always is one, so I'll mind my business and maybe actually put the work in and research. But for now, I'm like, no.
Well, they do like the pregame stuff with the Knights.
Oh, okay. We got this in the chat. They have 2. They have Chance the Lizard Thing and then the Golden Knight himself. Okay,
Right.
that makes sense. Dawn said, I feel like the only mascots who have a little of Riz are the ones with good dance moves. But I can confidently say I've never had the desire to hook up with one of them. Okay, well, speak for yourself.
If you'd like to meet Chance, the golden chameleon, and join us on a trip to Vegas, we would love to have you. We just launched this nation trip, nation vacation here a couple days ago, and this thing is going to sell out. So make sure you get in on it if you're interested. From March 24th to 27th, we're taking over the Fortress and bringing the full nation energy to Vegas. You got to think by March end of March. That could be a very important game in Vegas as well. Plus, there's a watch party for Edmonton versus Utah. I believe that's the night before the Vegas game. We got one-way party bus to T-Mobile Arena with the entire group. There's standing room, lower bowl, arena view with food and drinks for the game. Hotel, flights, the whole shebang. Come with us.
Yeah, should be a good time. Maybe you'll purchase one of those phone cases that are also a vape. Have you heard of these? I saw them on the Vegas Strip. There was a guy that was selling them, and it's a phone case that you attach to the back of your smartphone, and it's got a little section that you can suck out of.
Interesting.
That's where we're at in life.
Yeah. I mean, those are two things that some people have in their pocket all the time.
I think that was the point of this, that it was just trying to merge them so not all of your pockets are full.
Makes a lot of sense to me.
I guess so.
I have some other stories from around the world I'd like to touch on.
Please.
But just, can you sing for like 1 second?
I hear the clock. Ugh.
Thank you.
Ryder has the 100-day cold.
I'm going to get better, though.
Does anyone know what song I was singing?
Jewel. I don't know which song, though.
Me neither.
Keep going, then.
It's 6 a.m. I feel so far from where I've been.
I've been.
You were meant for me now. You were meant for me.
Yep, that's it. Nailed
That's
it.
the one.
RCMP in Lloydminster have seized a vehicle that had $8 million worth of illegal cigarettes in it.
Shout out to any of our viewers, any of our saucers who are tuning in from Lloyd.
Yeah.
Looking at you, Keenan.
And Arby's Lloyd that checks in on the chat quite a bit.
That's true, too.
$8 million worth of illegal cigarettes, though.
When you say illegal cigarettes, they're menthols. Is that what you mean?
That's a great thought process.
That's the first place my mind went.
No, that's not true. They're
Okay.
just cigarettes that were not stamped with government rules.
Okay.
So somebody's just making them.
Cool.
Making them look like normal cigarette packs, but you don't have to pay the taxes. And the taxes on cigarettes is like 80% of what the cost is.
That sounds like it would take up a lot of space in a vehicle.
Yeah, 8 million. It roughly works out to, because it's about $1 a cigarette for street value. So there was roughly 8 million cigarettes in this truck. I just don't know what they do with this. Like, what do you do with 8 million cigarettes? If you throw them in the dump, people are going to, like, find them. You can't burn them.
You go to your buddy's basement.
So just
Have a party.
one of the cops gives them to his buddy who smokes a lot.
You know what you do with cigarettes like that? Give them to the Olsen twins. The Olsen twins love chain smoking, and
Sure.
anytime there's paparazzi pictures of them, they have like 3 darts in their mouth at once. At their birthday party,
Yeah.
they had a full-on cigarette bar
There you go.
where you could walk up and grab a cigarette and
Which-
light it right then and there.
Out of any celebrity that's ever existed, you think Mary-Kate and Ashley, like if you would have bet on that back in the day,
It's crazy.
that they're
Like,
going to be the like most well-known smokers in Hollywood.
who is the most well-known smoker in Hollywood in your mind? Because can you believe it's Michelle Tanner from Full House?
That's messed up.
That is messed up. Who else is constantly smoking?
I've got an answer. He's coming to town December 3rd.
Ben Affleck.
Is Ben Affleck coming to town on December 3rd?
You tell me. He's in The Town. Great movie. But he's always smoking too.
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle smokes.
Well, like on stage.
Yeah.
He smokes where he's not allowed to smoke. That's kind of cool for like smoking.
That reminds me of the time that we went to the Weekend concert and we got to sit in the VIP booth with all of his friends
Yeah.
and they were smoking.
Inside.
I was like, you guys are bad.
I think at Rexall Place, people used to smoke in the bathrooms quite a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Times have changed, right?
Oh, you can't even leave the building anymore
Yeah.
to go for a smoke break.
Kind of feel bad for people.
Yeah, that's gotta suck.
But yeah, what I was thinking, what do they do with these cigarettes? If they did try to just burn them, like people in planes passing by would get addicted by the time they landed. Like think of the cloud of smoke. 8 million cigarettes. So what do they smush them?
I don't know.
Like just get
Nothing more disgusting than the smell of wet cigarettes.
right. So you wouldn't want to leave them like in the dump. Another reason. But like a bulldozer maybe? I just don't know what the answer is. I should try to find that out.
Yeah, see what kind of deal you can get. I'm just kidding. Key, there's a headline about Donald Trump today, and I wanted to share it because I thought it was interesting.
All right.
I think it's interesting because of what he's focusing on right now. He said that he's pushing for a new Rush Hour movie, which I wouldn't be mad at that. I have lulled so many times watching Rush Hour.
Yeah.
Those movies slap.
And like out of anybody that had on-air chemistry, those two just rock and rolled together.
So good. And the bloopers at the end of each episode, even that was entertaining to me. I was like, hey, I'm on board with Trump saying we need another Rush Hour movie. That's what the world needs right now.
And the sequel was also like
so good.
So good.
So good.
And you didn't want it to disappoint, and it didn't. So yeah, like, I mean, there's are obviously more important things that Trump should be worrying about.
But I understand the pressure for another Rush Hour movie.
And when you have the microphone in front of you for, 16 hours a day and people are asking questions constantly, like, eventually you're going to say, like, yeah, I'm trying to get this movie made. You know what I mean? Like, let somebody be human. Are people twisted up about this, or is everybody kind of on board?
I think everyone's on board. It was the first time that I, favored the tweet. I was like, yep. I absolutely agree with this.
Yeah, I mean, again, Rush Hour is really, really good.
So yes, just a reminder, we have a couple guests on the show today. We're going to have Dan from Just Bite Me Meals sitting in with us a little bit just to talk health, fitness, nutrition. And then we're going to have Bagged Milk, the one and only, whose identity has never been revealed through Oilersnation. He may today, or we might turn the camera on him accidentally.
Oh,
kidding.
That's a way to get fired around here.
I'm just kidding. That's not going to happen.
Another story that is making headlines. A woman was arrested after she won the lottery. That wasn't the illegal part. But she shit on her boss's desk after she won the lottery. That was the first order of business for her. I mean, if you're going to go out, when people say, like, I'd quit my job if I won the lottery. I feel like there's better options.
Would you ever take a dump on your bosses? I've actually liked all my bosses, so
Yeah.
I can't see myself doing something like that. But once you become a millionaire, I don't know. Do you just stop caring?
You have a bit of a different swag going on.
I guess so.
And like if she really didn't like her boss, dump on that desk.
I had a friend that she dated a guy for a long time, and he was kind of a loser. And then the last time that they hooked up, she left an upper decker in his bathroom.
Pardon me?
Or maybe no, it wasn't an upper decker, but it was like she went to the bathroom and didn't flush. Sorry, I screwed that story up. It was something like that.
Reece, do you know what an upper decker is?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
I think I got that story wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway, don't do that.
Is this a friend I know?
Yeah.
What's her name?
I'm not telling.
So it was just she went to the bathroom and didn't flush.
I think that's what it was. Yeah.
I almost spit coffee everywhere. That's a little bit different, like you said, than an upper decker. I've got a wild story.
Does it have to deal? Is it something that involves going number two? Because that's kind of the trend of. No.
Oof, I actually got to be a little bit careful with this story because there are some
connections.
Well, no, just really vulgar details. But I'll go easy.
Dumb it down a bit.
So, my brother's buddy got the nickname Drapes because he was hooking up with his landlord's, like the female landlord who was married. And she was giving him free rent for the lovin'.
Okay.
And then she cut the free rent and said, like, sorry, I can't do this anymore, but we can still hook up.
Okay.
And he's like, no, that's not the deal. And he ended up, like, wiping himself on her drapes and then leaving after the last time they hooked up because he was, like, protesting that he wasn't getting free rent anymore. So his buddy all called him Drapes.
Are people okay? Like, you look at this headline of the woman that went to the extent of going number 2 on her boss's desk after winning the lottery. Why? You don't have to do that.
It's kind of cool, though.
No, it's not.
Don't you think that would be a cool story if they're like, did you hear what Joanne did?
He saw it coming.
Like, she took a dump on his desk. That's pretty badass. Yeah, you could hand in your resignation letter. Do you remember the guy we worked with that hid his resignation letter up his sleeve?
Yeah.
And then he's like, if I get told one more thing I don't like at work today.
I'm sliding this thing out of my sleeve. And then he did.
And then he, like a magician. And he's like, I thought you were going to say that. And
That's a
handed the
cool move. See, I can get on board with that.
The dumping on the desk is a way cooler move. Way cooler. Let's get in the chat here. Which is a cooler move?
Somebody said the upper decker is a class act. Someone said, does Draisaitl rip darts? I think so. I mean, we saw some at his wedding. He was darting. I bet he didn't like that those pictures were circulating.
He actually didn't seem to care that much, which
True.
I appreciated.
Yeah.
It's the off season. Do what you want.
Hello, Ryder and Lisa. Hello, I love Run Escape 777. Thanks for joining the chat.
Indeed. A lot of people checking in. Stu Skinner's very active in the chat today.
Danger Suede. Gotta admit, that's some good time management. Planning everything is pretty impressive. Yep. Like, truly, like planning your... Do you think they mean like going to the bathroom at a certain time?
Oh, yeah, that is true. I never thought about that.
Yeah.
I mean...
Unless you were just like waiting around for it to
If
happen.
you're pretty good at pushing, most people could go on cue, couldn't they?
Yeah, let's move
like
on.
a little...
Let's move on.
Okay.
Cool.
The sun has officially set in Alaska and will not come up again for like 150 days or something.
I feel like that would be kind of fun.
January 22nd is when they will see the sun again. In this one specific spot in Alaska. Barrow is the name.
Barrow is where you want to live if you're really good at hide and seek.
Well, no, you wouldn't even have to be good at hide and seek.
It's not that dark. Isn't it just like kind of like blue?
You could be really bad at hide and seek, and that would be where you'd want to live during that blackout. Nobody would be able to find you.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
But if you really love the game, hide and seek, or you're really good at finding people, then maybe.
Do you think that they see an uptick in vitamin D purchases? Like you got to be downing at least 5,000.
Yeah, you would think. I think it would get pretty depressing. Like even when it starts to get dark here, when it's getting dark now,
Yeah.
like 5 o'clock, 5:30, I looked out the other day and I'm like,
Why
guess
is
I'm
it so
going
dark?
to bed.
No, literally, we had friends over for dinner the other night. They left at 5. And I was like, all right, I can go to bed. I thought it was 9:30. I thought it was 10 p.m.
Yeah, can you imagine? I went to Alaska when I was a kid, but it was in the summer, and it ripped. It was sunny all day. Like, it barely got dark at 11, and then it was starting to get bright again at 1 a.m.
Can I say something?
You think I'm lying?
No. I don't like the sun during winter. I would move to Barrow, Alaska. There is something about the sun reflecting off the snow that just pisses me off. And I'm just in a bad mood all day. When the sun is getting on my nerves on a cold winter day, fly me to Alaska and just leave me there. Leave me there.
It is a different kind of brightness, I will say, when it's like the icy snow and the sun's really ripping.
And then you're immediately cranky and you can't see anything on the road. You're a hazard to other drivers.
Yeah.
Put me in a field in Alaska and leave me
No,
there.
but you would be miserable if you didn't have any sunlight. I'm not moving with you, I'll tell you that much.
I'd be napping. All right, welcome to the Sports Interaction Studio. Thanks everyone who has gotten in on the chat. Make sure you're liking this video and liking Oilers Nation on YouTube. Means a lot that all of you are here. I was looking through some of the reviews that we've gotten on our podcast. Do you want me to read one to you?
Sure. Only if it's good about me and bad about you.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, so if you go to our podcast and subscribe, you could scroll to the bottom and actually leave a review. Somebody wrote, I like it. Good. That was their review.
Okay.
This one here, great way to start your day. What an entertaining group of people. It's so fun to listen to the chatter about what's going on in Edmonton. Plus, the hilarious side trips that they take you on are always a wild ride. Yeah, like upper deckers. I don't know. That was not smart. I regret that.
Not even true is the wild part.
I know. I don't know how I screwed that story up so badly, but at least I didn't name drop.
Will you name drop?
No.
Okay.
I'll never tell.
Next up, for interesting things that I've come across on the internet over the last 12 hours, have you heard of the new sleeping technique that's called 10-3-2-1-0.
Never heard of that in my life.
Reece, have you ever heard of 10-3-2-1-0?
I have not.
All right. I think I've got the Cole's notes memorized. 10 hours. Oh, I forgot the 10 part. Yep. No caffeine as of 10 hours before you go to bed.
Okay. How is that even possible? Don't people have a mid-afternoon coffee every day?
Cut that one out.
Okay.
Is what they're saying. Like, this is to get the best sleep possible.
Okay, so no caffeine 10 hours before bedtime.
That's right.
Got it.
Next up, no eating 3 hours before bedtime.
Okay.
Next up, no work 2 hours before bedtime.
Okay.
I thought we were going to like have a conversation about some of these things.
I have something to say at the end of this.
Well, it's just going to be over. The segment's going to be over about this thing I've prepped out and memorized.
You didn't memorize it. You forgot the first one.
Big deal.
Okay, so 10 hours before bed, no caffeine. What's the next one? 3 hours before bed, no eating. 2 hours before bed, no
work.
working. What's left?
1 hour before bed, no screen time.
Oh,
And then the 0 means do not hit the snooze button even once. 0 times.
I've heard that if you hit the snooze button, go back to sleep, it completely messes with your body.
Well, I can see why. You fall back into level of sleep. And like, how many times do you start hitting it? Like, it can be pretty toxic if you get into the habit of hammering that snooze button.
I can't do anything on this list. Everything is wrong. I have coffee before bed, or not before bed, but like in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm usually snacking. I have goldfish crackers in my bedside table. Don't tell anyone. That's my secret stash.
You just told everyone.
Don't touch them. They're mine. Definitely on my phone scrolling until the second I fall asleep. What else was on there?
No eating before 3 hours before bed.
Yeah, I already said
Oh,
that.
you
I got
said
my
that
goldfish
one.
crackers.
Work. No work.
Working,
Oh,
constantly prepping.
You can do that one.
No, rude. I'm working all day, every day.
I don't know. This sounds like it could come with some pretty good sleeps. So once again, it's called the 10-3-2-1-0. I forgot the 10 again.
10 is no caffeine.
Oh, no caffeine, no food, no work, no screen time. In that order.
This
for how
life
many
sucks.
years? I don't know. What if you just start knocking back sleeps? You know what I mean?
What if somebody sends you an important work email like at 10 p.m.? You're just not going to check it?
Yeah, and I think in most jobs you have every right not to check it.
I check mine 24/7.
Well,
That's a problem.
That's because you're a tryhard.
No.
A little bit. What did you line up for the office today, Lisa?
Okay, so early morning we're going to do mimosas and we're going to do a tater tot turkey poutine
Bar.
bar.
You've got a poutine bar coming in for the coworkers
Yeah.
to try to win them over.
I don't have to win them over. I already did with the candy bar.
And you asked the boss if we could have mimosas at 9 a.m. when all these guys are just starting their workday. And he was like, I guess.
He was like, I don't know. And I said, so is that a no? And he's like, well, to be honest, Lisa, no one has ever asked me that before. if they could have mimosas at 9:30 in the morning on a weekday. I was like, oh, okay. So it's like he didn't know how to say no because it's just never been
Right.
a question he's been asked before.
So you're going to win over your coworkers, but your boss is mad at you.
Yep.
Away she goes.
Thomas wrote in the chat, my wife gets so mad at me because I have a Pepsi right before bed, but it doesn't affect me. I sleep easily. And someone else said that they have a coffee, like an evening coffee before bed, said Gavin. Some people are just drinking coffee no matter what the time.
Yeah. I like the after dinner coffee is really popular in some places around the world.
But usually it's a decaf. No?
Or just like an espresso.
Right.
A quick little shot of coffee. I guess it all depends to what time you're staying up till. If you're up till 1 in the morning, you can have a shot of espresso after dinner, and that's fine. Doesn't work for me because I go to bed at like 9.
Rachel wrote, I hit the snooze button 3 times. I need a slow wake up. Justin said, having a poutine bar is the adult version of polishing an apple and placing it on your teacher's desk.
Exactly.
Whatever. It's going to be delicious. I can't wait to stand near the poutine bar and just stare at everyone and ask them if they're having fun.
I've got another story that is making some rounds these days. And this one I'm going to find a reason to complain about as well, if that's okay. But like fun complain.
Sure.
OnlyFans superstar Sophie Rain. Have you heard of her before?
No.
Come on.
Ryder, I'm not on OnlyFans. That's you.
Me neither.
That's what Ryder's scrolling at night when he's supposed to be off his phone to get a good sleep.
That's not true. But she spent 5 hours at Walmart purchasing gifts for Angel Tree holiday tags. Okay. Which, great that she would do that. Mm-hmm. This is making news that she spent $5,370. She made over $40 million last year.
I was just going to say, I bet she's like loaded.
I just think that if you're going to make the news for doing something good and donating a lot of money, it should be more than like 1/75,000th of what you made last year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did the math for somebody who makes $75K a year and what this would be the equivalent to for a donation.
What's that?
$14. So,
which is also still nice.
It's good that she's getting the word out about this place, like this charity, and that she's doing good things. I mean, awesome. But is it newsworthy? Not in my opinion.
I mean, it's a good way to get her name out for other people that are like interested in her OnlyFans.
Exactly.
I actually know some people that have OnlyFans and they don't even send pictures to these dudes. They just talk to them. Like these guys are lonely and they just need someone to talk to.
They're just pen pals.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's crazy how much money you can make on that site now. Mm-hmm. Trust me. If anybody wants to add me or buy me, is that is that what you say when referencing OnlyFans?
Follow me, support me on OnlyFans.
If anybody wants to buy me, you can.
Okay, so I knew a girl that was on OnlyFans, or heard of a girl that all she did with one guy to make a bunch of money was spit into a Ziploc bag and send it to him. So
that's disturbing.
It's easy money.
What does he do with it?
I think he just like, I don't know.
Looks
at it?
No.
Squishes it around?
It's not all he's doing with it. It's disturbing. I don't like it.
I mean, think about it. What are you actually doing with it?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Do you remember the girl that used to, was it fart in Ziploc bags and send those suckers out?
No, they were jars.
Oh, yeah, fart jars.
Fart jars. And then she ended up in the hospital because of she was having so many issues with her gas because she was making sure that she
had enough
flatulent.
In the tank.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can be listening to this and go, I'm motivated to start OnlyFans, but be careful.
Yeah.
Be careful. You could end up in the hospital.
It's just proof that everybody can overwork themselves, you know? Mm-hmm. You got to take it easy on yourself. Try that 10-3-2-1-0 technique. Get some good sleep. Don't be farting in all the jars, just some of them.
Thank you to the Epic Couple Canada that's in the chat. Like this video, please. We've got over 100 viewers in the chat and only 36 likes on Ryder and Lisa's sauce video. What the heck's going on?
Yeah.
It's true. Like this video. Thanks for being here, everyone. Means a lot.
Appreciate it. Mm-hmm. All right. I've got another story that is making the news that I thought I'd share before we get our first guest in.
Sure.
Raymond Hager is his name, of Wichita Falls, Texas. Has just set the Guinness World Record as the oldest active bus driver.
How old are we talking?
He is 95 years old.
Okay. Is this a school bus? Is this a city bus? What's going on there?
It's the city's public transit system.
Okay, well, you got to understand that these professional city drivers, they take a test to pass to be able to still continue to drive the bus.
So it's good, but it would be a little bit alarming if you got onto the bus and a 95-year-old dude was like, come on in.
Also, how fast are we driving this vehicle? Because is everyone late for work?
I don't know.
I don't want to be ageist here, but majority of people in their 90s, I would assume, drive a little bit slower than the average aged person.
Yeah, but with buses, do they not monitor how fast you need to be going?
Yeah, don't you have to be at certain spots at a certain time? So maybe this guy just rips. This guy's definitely having caffeine in the afternoon.
95 years old. He's been driving bus since he was 14 years old. So he's got
14?
81 years of experience. I guess there's that.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I would probably get really nervous if I just looked into the bus and I'm about to take that first step and there's a 95-year-old just rocking out there.
I think I would take one step on, one step off, and then call a cab or an Uber.
What are those glasses that they sell on the infomercials all the time? The wraparounds, 3D wrapper.
Yeah.
He's just rocking a pair of 3D wraparounds.
Crazy. Well, good for him. Maybe he'll get to 3 digits. But also, it's still working at that age, too. You got to be like, all right, good for you. Respect.
I don't understand why anybody works over the age of like 85 if they don't have to.
Well, I've been trying to retire for 5 years.
Right.
Anyway, should we get to our first guest?
Love it.
All right, we're very excited about this because it's been a while since we've seen this guy.
Thank you.
Get out of
Coffee.
here. Are they both the same?
They're both the same.
Welcome to the Sports Interaction Studio. We have Dan, the owner of Just Bite Me Meals, which is an incredible meal prep service here in the city, but doesn't just operate here in Edmonton. You're also across. Where are you working out of now? Because we've got Fort Mac. Where else?
Fort Mac, Grand Prairie, Calgary, and then our main kitchen's in Edmonton.
Good for you, man.
yeah.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
You founded this how many years ago?
7 years now. I actually have pictures of you guys. Remember you guys came for our grand opening of our St. Albert location?
Yes.
I was just going through some of those, so that was lots of fun.
Yeah. So we've been supporters since day one. We absolutely love your product. It's so good. But we wanted to pick your brain before we talk about Just Bite Me Meals and a way for those of you who are viewing this to get in on an awesome deal that we have going on right now. If you've ever wanted, if you hate cooking, if you're too busy, too stressed, you've got kids in sports, your life is just overwhelming and you would love to have that meal that's prepped and healthy and at your doorstep. We'll get to that in a bit.
Yeah. We wanted to just pick your brain first, though, on like what the aha moment was for you on creating this business plan. Because at the time, I had never really heard of a healthy option like this.
You guys might know a little bit of my backstory, but I was a mechanic in Fort McMurray for about 10 years. And, you work 12-hour shifts, hour bus ride to site each way and back, so it was long days. Still wanted to try and make it to the gym, so I was ordering meal prep back then from a small little company. And then decided to open my own restaurant in St. Albert, which I think you guys might have been to. It was Eat Clean St. Albert.
Yep.
Made it about 11 months, had no idea what I was doing in business. But I was doing a little bit of meal prep out of the back of there, and that seemed to be probably the most successful part of the business. So as soon as that closed, the next day rented a little commercial kitchen in Edmonton at the Shrine Center, and then off we went. So,
wow.
Lots of fun.
It's amazing because for me, microwavable dinners meant like Michelinas for most of my life. It's crazy how good you can make the food taste packaged like that, but it is a bit of an art.
I think if I was making it, you'd probably never order again.
So you have professional chefs that are helping out with your menu items.
We definitely have some amazing Red Seal chefs. Jason, who's our COO now, he's been in the culinary world for 30 years, so he does probably 95% of the designs for the meals, and yeah, they're all incredible. So
yeah, speaking of, producer Reece, you tried a Just Bite Me Meals the other day. Do you want to just break down your thought process when you were trying it?
It was delicious. I'd never had meatloaf before, and I will have meatloaf 1,000 times over again. It was so good.
He's like, we asked him, we're like, how'd you like that meatloaf we gave you? He's like, honestly, I'd never had it before, so I didn't really know how to eat it at first. Like someone who's never had meatloaf before, you would be a little bit confused.
I feel like that was a staple growing up, though.
Yeah.
Did mom make meatloaf? I don't know.
Mine sure did.
Ma, the meatloaf.
Yeah.
So Dan, you know a lot about health and fitness. What do you think the biggest mistake most people make with their nutrition?
I think the biggest mistake would be, what I see the most is probably people jumping on the fad diets. They want to lose weight, they want to lose it quickly, and then they jump on this diet, but then as soon as they kind of go back to normal, they're just right back to where they started.
Right.
It's just eating clean consistently day after day. There's really no secret. It's just eat good whole food day after day.
What do you think about cheat days or cheat meals? Because I know a lot of people like to partake.
Well, cheat day, maybe not so much. I see nothing wrong with cheat meals. Honestly, I don't even track my food. I just try to eat good 80-90% of my day.
Yeah.
If you want to have a little food before, you go to bed or something when you're watching a movie, sure, I see no issue. But like, do your best to consciously be eating good food, all throughout your day.
We got somebody in the chat saying, from Kalina saying, talk to him about vegetarian options. I was just online with his service this past weekend. Do you guys offer any vegetarian options?
We do have some vegetarian options, and honestly, it's a growing thing right now. So I think that's probably an area we're going to focus on a lot more for 2026.
Nice.
And then I know for January, we're working on some keto options too, like some more keto options, I guess, for the new year. So
That's awesome. Somebody else in the chat said, wow, that's an awesome hat.
Dad gang.
That's so awesome.
Is there an ingredient that like you guys actively choose not to use in your food that like maybe you'd recommend that people try to avoid in their day-to-day life as well?
One ingredient be hard to pick. We do really try to stay away from anything artificial like sweeteners, anything like that. And then seed oils, I would say, would be the two things that come to mind right off the bat.
Fair.
Now, I've heard, and of course, I would love to debunk these things that have just been like put into my mind as a woman trying to stay on top of fitness. But I'm hearing more and more people say that sauce can be one of the leading causes of like over consuming calories. Do you agree with that? Like if somebody has like a huge side of barbecue sauce and ranch dip with their chicken, is that kind of screwing them over as far as trying to stay in like let's say a calorie deficit?
Yeah, you're 100% right.
Yeah.
We actually tried to list the sauces on the website separately, just so you could see what the calories and the macros are for just the meals, and then what adding the sauce would add additionally to it. Just so you can kind of calculate your, if you want to put it on or not, I guess.
So sauce, bad thing to eat too much of. Great thing to watch in the morning.
Great show to tune in and subscribe to because you'll love it, right?
I want to know how you guys came up with the name.
Yeah, so we were pitching a bunch of different ideas, and almost every you've had a podcast in the past. Almost every name is taken. So we
tried everything.
We came up with probably 15 or 20 before we came up with the sauce. We wanted something that had a slight hockey reference because obviously we're on Oilers Nation and we're going to be talking a lot of hockey on the show. But we wanted something that wasn't exclusively hockey, and then we thought sauce sounded cool and also had like an element of versatility, sweet, spicy, messy. It kind of hit all of what we thought our show might be.
Well, and also like the sauce, I mean, drinking beers, we could maybe come up with our own sauce at some point and try and like raise money for the Ben Stelter Foundation with that. So there was just a lot of fun potential ideas to do with the sauce as well. So it's a little bit silly, but I feel like it's on brand for our personalities and working with Oilers Nation. So that's kind of how
it is you two.
Oh,
totally. Exactly.
One question I wanted to ask is I've heard something a lot lately, and I mean, this is rumored for years that like if you're trying to lose weight, it's 80% nutrition and 20% fitness. Is that number, in your opinion, as somebody who keeps very fit and has built a business on great nutrition and, good portion sizes and all that, do you think that's fairly accurate?
I think that's fairly accurate. I always tell people you can't outwork a bad diet. So you could be at the gym, hours a day, but if you're eating like garbage, well, you're not going to see a ton of results.
Yeah.
So diet is everything at the end of the day. And then, that training, the more you can train, I guess, the more you're going to speed up the process to achieving your goals.
Awesome.
Tell us a little bit about, I was just creeping your page just like to catch up with your life and what's going on. In your Instagram bio, it says private pilot. What is going on? You just do everything? What is this?
That's like one of my biggest accomplishments in life. I'm not going to lie. I sucked in school. So to be able to pass my private pilot's license was a pretty big accomplishment. Just a friend of mine took me flying when I had the store in St. Albert. And I just thought it was the coolest thing. So ever since then, I was like, I got to get this. And yeah. kind of took me a few years and lots of studying, but it's done now. So
You ever deliver Just Bite Me meals via air?
we thought about making a video where we're dropping like meals with those little mini parachutes.
Yes.
100%. I can get some for you from the Elks if you want.
That would be
They throw
amazing.
them out all the time.
Speaking of heights and the fear of heights and doing crazy things, I also saw recently you were raising money for charity and you, what was it? You like jumped off the side of a building?
Yeah, we did the Wellness Springs. So they raise money for people for kind of cancer treatments outside of the medical field.
Okay.
So we rappelled down a 220-foot building, which was super nerve-wracking. I was like, oh, I got this, no big deal. And then as soon as I get over the edge, I'm like, what did I get myself into?
Yeah,
doing it
fair
for the
enough.
children, doing it for the children. I don't know if you remember, but Grant Johnson used to host the morning show with us, and he did the exact same thing one year, but he didn't put the gloves on.
Oh my gosh.
So he just slid down this rope with his bare hands and lost like 3 layers of his skin. Like by the time he got to the bottom, they were just bleeding everywhere.
That would be terrible. And the forearm pump, I could not believe it. Like trying to hold on to the ropes, my arms were just rock solid
Really,
by the time I
eh?
got to the end.
And there's just no way you're not going to keep holding on like that.
Well, I mean, once you're halfway down, it's like, what am I going to do? Like, there's no option.
I'm going up. Awesome. Well, it's cool to see, man. Like 10 years, like you said, being a mechanic and realizing, there's this hole in the market for really delicious food that's nutritious. And I like that you're going back to your roots and getting it up to a bunch of guys and gals that could use good meals up there as well. But around here, we just can't tell you how convenient it is. We are lifelong fans of your product, and we're going to keep using you.
Yep.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, guys.
What is if people are watching this and they're like, first of all, we're going to let you know about our promo code that we have, SAUCE20, and you'll get 20% off your first order. We'll give you more details on that in a little bit. But to those who are now intrigued and they're like, well, I want to check out this website, because I will say, if you go to the website, every single meal looks so good. You're going to want to order 1 or at least 2 of everything.
Reece gives the meatballs 5 out of 5.
Meatloaf.
Meatloaf, sorry.
We do have meatballs. Well, we have turkey meatballs.
You have
so
turkey
you're
meatballs.
Not too far off.
What is your favorite item that you sell that, like, when people walk in and they're like, I've never tried anything, you're like, just start with this, you'll love it?
Well, I'll tell you 2. So our top seller is the beef brisket bowl. It's been for probably 4 years now. But I'm a creature of habit. So my go-to almost every day is the Greek goodness. I don't know. I've loved it for so long, and I just eat the same thing every day.
What is the Greek goodness? What's in that?
You haven't had that one?
I haven't had that
It's
one.
a Greek rice with Greek chicken, feta, tzatziki, and cucumber salsa.
I had the brisket mac and cheese the other day. You weren't home yet. I'm not joking. I was moaning while eating it. I know that maybe that's a little too much information, but
Not as much as you telling us your friend left an upper decker.
we don't need to
guys.
go back to that. Anyway, Dan, thank you so much for
Thank you,
joining
guys.
us. Where can people find you online and your business?
So myself personally, I guess would be Dan_Koren, but it's just a lot of family stuff on
Yeah.
there. And then Just Bite Me Meals for Instagram, and then justbitememeals.com for our meals. So
There you go. And make sure you're using our promo code SAUCE20 to save 20% off your first order. We promise it's worth it. And delivered right to your door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we use the promo code ourselves?
No, I don't
Or is
think so.
It was one of those things that
I'll
like
hook you
staff
guys
isn't
up.
allowed.
I'll hook you guys up.
We're not allowed
We've
to
known
win
each other long
prizes.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, we definitely want to get a picture with Dan before he heads out of here. So we will be right back. Thanks again, Dan. Means a lot.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Hello and welcome back.
Hello.
We got this message that said, "Foodgasms are for real," from Rachel.
Listen, if the food is good enough that you moan, I'm going to talk about it, so you know. But then again, I always talk about how when I get a gas station butter tart, I moan alone in the car while eating that, and I don't know if a lot of people support that. Because I actually had a listener go in, a saucer went in, got one of the butter tarts, and then gave me a terrible review. She was like, "Lisa, this is pathetic that this is making you moan. I'm worried about you."
If our show starts getting bad reviews because of your food reviews and suggestions, I'm going to be very upset.
Okay, well, I am going to say, though, the Just Bite Me meals, the brisket, mac and cheese,
get it.
Add it to your first order. Again, use sauce 20 to save 20%.
We are ready for our next guest and very happy to have him here, the one and only Bagged Milk.
Okay, but just make sure you don't show him, because if you didn't know,
that's him right there.
his identity.
Hello.
Oh my goodness.
Hello. I'm excited to confuse some moms here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's a really hot cartoon, which is perfect for today's episode, considering how our 3 stars of anything, which we're going to get into after this, we're going to be counting down the top 3 sports mascots that we think get the most action, which we can add the Bagged Milk cartoon character to, maybe.
I've got a surprising local twist coming too.
You do?
Nobody's going to see this coming.
I bet we will. I bet it's like the bear from the U of A.
It was Gooba. That was my big surprise.
It's not a surprise.
Well, everybody would have thought it would have been Hunter because he's got sexy abs, and I decided to go with Gooba instead because he's hotter.
We were talking about this earlier. Have you noticed that Hunter's not showing his abs as much? Do you think that somebody complained?
It's got to make you earn it. Come on, you can't just be flashing them all the time.
True.
I heard you guys listen to OnlyFans just to taste.
What if Hunter was on OnlyFans? I bet Hunter would make a killing.
Just doing a little like shirt lift
I
up.
mean, there is a market for furries.
There is,
and it's not a joke. It's a thing.
No, I've talked to some people before in the furry world.
Oh,
and,
yeah?
Yeah, they say it's like the mysterious, the voice they really like when like they hear somebody speak out of the, because you don't just always get that for free.
There's an episode of Sex and the City where Miranda is attracted to a mascot that keeps hitting on her, but is kind of mean to her. And it gets to the point where she ends up they hook up. They end up hooking up.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And then also they said that it's just the mystery of not knowing what's behind the costume. So do you feel like you have a bit of that rapport here as well?
No, mine is specifically because I'm an introverted weirdo that does not like attention.
No, but you have to understand that I bet there is some sort of there's some kink there for some people.
Oh,
Well,
I bet
like
we could find it online for sure.
Yeah.
Even when I was single a handful of years ago, the DM slides I used to get, zero sight unseen, were very hilarious. I was like, good for you, girl. Shoot your shot.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Absolutely. People are pretty excited that you have joined us today. It's a long time coming. I mean, we're on week 4 and we went, who have we not invited in yet? And we went, oh yeah, one of the OGs. So for people who are checking out this show and maybe aren't familiar with the history of Oilers Nation, tell us about your start here at the Nation Network.
Mine was real quick. I started a music Oilers pop culture blog.
I'm sorry, a music Oilers?
And pop culture. Like, it was just whatever I was interested in, I started writing about.
Cool.
And
okay.
it kind of got, I don't want to say big, but it started to get attention locally here in Edmonton. And that's where Jay's co-founder, Wanye, ended up finding that blog. And then we just reached out and started chatting. And he said, do you want to come do some stuff at Oilers Nation? So that would have been early 2008. Mm-hmm. And I just kind of never left. I got the opportunity. I was writing stuff I was doing like a weekly segment for a while. I was doing it completely for free because at this time, this company had no money, no matter what anybody tells you. So I was doing it for free. And then eventually Twitter rolled around. Do you want to run the Twitter account? We don't have one. Do you want to start one? So I started the Oilers Nation Twitter account in 2009. And I was doing that for $50 a month for a while. And then I started running some Noodle social for them from other side projects.
Yeah.
Just kind of anything I could do. And then eventually in early 2014, they said, it's time to quit your job and come work here full time. So I took a major haircut, took a pay cut because I didn't want to work. I called it the dream from the 1950s. You know, we were working up a big company, kind of doing this one, and I was just over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I came here in 2014, and it was just Jay, Wanye, and I in an office, just the three of us. We were in the back of a tire shop.
Get out.
Yeah, the First Nation HQ is in the back of a Fountain Tire that's on 105th Street.
No kidding.
Yeah, right across from the Coast Plaza Hotel. They have like this open space in the back of that building, but the walls don't go to the roof. So every time they were doing like tire rotations and shit, smoke would pour over and the whole office stunk like tires. We used to sell Nation gear out of there, all stunk like tires.
That's awesome.
I love
didn't know
stories
that
like this
story.
where something starts in like a small little space. There's a couple radio stations that do the same thing, that have kind of those similar stories where they start in this small little even trailer.
Yeah.
And then they end up making it big. That's really cool.
Well, if you have Zach Lang on the show ever, he lives technically in the First Nation HQ. Like Wanye and Jay had an apartment that Zach Lang currently lives in.
Oh, what?
And that was like the very first office I ever went to, was just their apartment. And they had a room full of shit in it. And I'm like, okay, we're doing business.
I would say that like there's this tone that you have that I've always really appreciated. And I would say probably, I don't know, 60 to 70% of the memes that get posted on Twitter or Instagram, I'm like, this feels like bagged milk. How much of that is you these days?
Yeah, a lot of them are me. Like, memes are my love language.
Yeah.
I just thought when they caught popular, it was such a funny way to deliver a joke, because you could take a picture of something and turn it into something else. And now I'm kind of stuck doing them, whether I want to or not.
Because they do so well.
They perform so well.
They rip, and as like we all have black holes in our heart that need filling with attention, and that's kind of how I get mine. Is like, ooh, look at that, fun numbers.
Yeah.
And just I think giving people a chuckle out of something absurd like that is always fun.
Yeah.
My favorite, I think, and it's probably one that's been used the most for Oilersnation, is the Gretzky one dancing on stage backwards.
Yeah.
When he comes out, and it's just, do you just
Such
post
a
that one
vibe.
after wins?
That was the win video for
Yeah.
a long time of Gretz coming in and doing a little boogie, and then somehow Chris Tucker's in that video as well. Like, it doesn't, nothing about it makes sense.
Well, you've got a big one tonight. The boys are back on home ice after what feels like the longest road trip to start a season ever. Like, are we 8 home games and 16 road games so far this year?
Yeah, their schedule has just been so crazy lately. Like, this road trip out east for 2 weeks, like, that's a slog.
Yeah.
They had 4-week games both weeks they were gone. Like, that is a slog. I was listening to your guys' show on the way in, and all I was thinking about is when the boys get into bed for the first time when they get home, that snooze button is getting hammered.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's nobody not hitting the snooze button.
How many baths do you think Connor McDavid's had since he got home? Like, that's his favorite thing to do.
All
He didn't
the
go in the
bats.
tub. He went in the ice one outside. He's
Yeah.
like, I must work out now. Lauren's like, good to see you. He's like, don't care.
Yeah.
Ice tub.
She's like, can you pet our dog, please? No.
But yeah, you got to think that, even especially this past road trip, those were some pretty good teams that we were playing.
There's some good teams, and I thought the Oilers are still super inconsistent, right? They're trying to find their game, like period to period can be up, it can be down, or it can be sloppy. But then to end it off with 3 games the way they did, and I know the ones against Washington and Tampa didn't go our way, but there was some fight in there, and the boys were playing with some juice, and ultimately that's what I want to see. If they lose, but they give it their all, fine.
Right.
But when they look like they don't show up, that's the problem. But we didn't get that in the back half of the road trip, and especially against Florida. Like, that game got spicy. Obviously, there's a lot of history and emotion there. But that's what I want to see.
Yeah,
if you're going to go down swinging.
I thought Draisaitl looked tired. But then again, that's their last game of this long, exhausting road trip. Because we were just talking about this earlier. How many games have they played at home so far?
8 and 14 on the road, I think, or 7 at home. 8 and 16. 8 and 16. It's crazy.
That's a lot.
Yes, so many road
Mentally
games.
draining, too.
How much do you think Hyman actually means to this lineup? Because it feels like that was kind of when at least the play seemed to get a little more...
Exciting.
Yeah, I think that people seem to be more invested.
I think the give a shit meter went up like way, way higher when Hyman got in, because he's one of those guys that no matter what's going on, whether he's scoring, whether he's not, he's giving 1,000%.
Even when he couldn't play during the playoffs. Don't you remember how much that was killing him?
Yeah, and the FaceTimes to him, and those are some of the best videos from last year's
So imagine
playoff run.
him finally back on the ice. He's like, come on, guys. Like,
Yeah.
I've been waiting to play. Please try.
I feel like he's more important to the lineup than anybody knows.
He's like a heartbeat to the team.
Exactly.
And I think that when you see a guy going all out like that, putting everything on the line shift after shift, you have to either follow or you look like an idiot. And I think he does a really good job of that because it's so consistent. you never have to question Zach Hyman's effort ever.
What
That's
about
right.
Nuge? Nuge is still out. He's
Yeah,
injured.
I think he's on
Sounds
the
like he got-
fence if he's going to play tonight.
Yeah, it sounded like maybe tonight. But you know what? I'm looking at the schedule for this week. If it actually is a concussion, which is being reported,
Yeah. Wait till Saturday.
another couple days.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know?
I noticed you're wearing a Nuge shirt. Wish we could show it.
Yeah, that's
But no.
unfortunate for you, isn't it?
I didn't realize this, but you actually started Keep Nuge Forever.
Yeah.
People don't realize that because you start hearing something like you have a buddy who started Goilers. He's like a friend of a friend.
He claims that he did, but
I believe it.
that's the first
Somebody's
I
gotta,
heard of it.
Somebody's got to start something like that.
Yeah, Nigel Wildcat, shout out.
Shout out. But you started Keep Nuge Forever, and that's an
Yeah.
epic thing to start.
Well, it was pretty damn cool when at his stag, all the guys were wearing
Yeah.
Keep Nuge Forever shirts.
Yeah, like we have a photo somewhere in the office of all the boys wearing the Keep Nuge Forever shirts, and he signed it to Bag Milk. I think that's one of the coolest things that we have in the office.
Okay, that makes me so happy because in my mind, I'm like, I hope they know where it started. So that's
Yeah.
great to hear.
It was one of those ones where, if I remember it right, it was right after his 3-year entry-level contract, and he was going to sign that. I think it was like a 6-year that came after that, and that's when I started it. It's like, you got to sign him. I love the kid, and I still do.
Yeah.
And it just kind of, it was one of those ones where it picked up steam. I kept hammering it for years, and then it just kind of went. And it just kind of went and did its own thing. And then you see people using it kind of all over the place. Even when he signed his most recent extension, the main account, the Oilers account went, don't worry, we're keeping him, or something like that. And it was just kind of like a funny little, man, this thing has really taken off into something else that I didn't think it was going to.
As a massive Nuge fan, when he popped off a couple years ago, you must have been as pumped.
That was
as
my
anybody.
Graceland.
Yeah.
That was my Graceland. And I think even this year, him starting off as well as he did, because he had a really great start to the season. I was just super excited for him. He's a guy who, you know, he's been here through a lot of horrible seasons, so many coaches.
Yeah.
Never hear a bad word about him. He
Yeah.
doesn't
Okay,
complain.
wait, how many
doesn't
years
say
has
anything.
he been with the Oilers now? Isn't it?
Drafted in 2011, so that's
14,
going on 14,
15?
15 years.
Yeah.
Still looks the same. God
I was going to
bless him.
say, he has not aged.
No, he's him and Reece have very similar mustaches.
Yes,
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
just got a similar vibe,
Mm-hmm.
nose down. But yeah, it's great to see that he's been able to, you know, be respected by all the coaches and the fan base. And this fan base can turn on players pretty damn quick.
Yeah.
And I think he's another guy that gives you, even when he's not scoring, you know he's going to be sound defensively. He's going to be fine all over the ice. He can play in every position. He plays in all spots, all situations. And I think for a city like Edmonton, they appreciate a player like that. Goes out, wheels, doesn't complain, does his job, gets to work.
Are there any other sayings or things that you've seen go viral that you created outside of Keep Nuge Forever? Or that's the main one?
That's the main one that I think of. I'd have to go back and think. Like, we just say so many dumb comments offhand that sometimes they go, and sometimes I go, oh, we came up with that. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So for people that are not familiar with what else you do here at Oilers Nation, what else do you do? Because it seems like you're always doing something. You've got Better Lait Than Never. How often is that released? Where can people find that? What's
Better
going
Late Than
on?
Never is my podcast that I do. It's kind of like just a straight community podcast. It's,
Okay.
you know, you guys do voicemails as well. I do it, get people to chime in on their takes. Again, pop culture, music, dating shows, whatever horrible TV I'm watching, I like to talk about it there. That's every Wednesday. And then we do Oilers Nation Radio on Tuesdays and Fridays. And then we do Real Life on Mondays and Thursdays.
Okay. Busy.
Yeah, and then outside of that, I somehow got important at this job and ruined my life. So I have to do all kinds of meetings and fly around the country and do those kinds of things as well.
Well, you know what? I was going to bring that up because you have been traveling a ton, and so I guess you could relate with the Oilers, with the road trips they've been on.
100%. Very, very similar situations when I'm crammed into the aisle seat way back at the plane. No, it's one of those things where I actually feel for them how much they have to travel, because even if they're flying on a PJ, right, you still have to go. You fly around, you get to your hotel at 3 a.m. Are you sleeping? Who knows? The pillow sucks, probably. Although they're staying in nicer hotels. I hope they take the pens from the hotel rooms, you know? I imagine when you're staying at the Four Seasons or whatever, just a really nice flowing ballpoint pen. Just come on.
Also, imagine the comfort of like not feeling weird about taking something out of the mini fridge. Did you guys ever have this like fear instilled in you as a kid, if you were staying at a hotel with your parents, they'd be like, don't touch the Pringles.
Well, even if you move
it's $1 million.
If you move a pop can in Vegas, they charge you for it.
No.
Yeah, and they
have
charge
those
you
sensors now.
like a restocking fee, which is like 50 American on top of the $16 they charge you for the Diet Coke. I made that mistake once.
Dang, I did not know that.
Soaked up my entire gambling budget for the weekend.
Yeah, there's something about a mini fridge. I've always just been a little bit too scared to indulge.
To go after. Right now, looking at the Pacific standings, the Ducks, then the Kraken and Kings, 1, 2, 3. I can't be the only one surprised by this.
Because I think that the Kraken and the Ducks are still fake news. Right?
Yeah.
Like it's that early part of the season where things are weird and nothing makes sense. So I think they'll be better than they have been in the past. But I just can't see Anaheim ripping up the league for the rest of the year. I just can't. And I've been wrong plenty of times before. That's the nice part about admitting that I'm wrong all the time. But those two teams just seem like there's going to come a fall from grace at some point. I just don't know when.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time that I was truly surprised by a team for the full season. Like, there's been times where you're like, damn, they've had quite the few months. And maybe they sneak into playoffs.
Yep.
But, like, to win the President's Trophy as the Ducks would just be mind-boggling.
The last time I was that stunned was when Vegas, their inaugural season, went to the Cup final. I'm like, they're going to be out at some point, and they just kept going through. But
you know what? That's funny you say that, because the Kraken's first season might be
Same
the
thing.
other one that I think about.
same thing.
That
I thought they were going to be terrible.
Yeah, but I guess when you draft or not draft, but get just a bunch of second line guys and have 4 second lines, that helps a little bit with team chemistry.
The wild thing about the Kraken is they had that great season. They beat Colorado in the first round, and everybody's like, whoa. And then they just haven't been back since. So they're such a weird team to watch.
Have you always been an Oilers fan? Or like, where did your love for, since like your love for hockey, it all started with Edmonton Oilers?
Yeah, like when I was growing up, my old man used to work for the city of Edmonton, and he'd always put his name in like the Oiler ticket draws.
I wonder if he knows my dad.
Maybe.
I was literally just talking about that this morning. I was like, my dad worked for the city forever.
And loves free stuff.
What dad doesn't love free stuff, though?
It's true.
Right.
I wonder if they know each other. We'll talk about that offline. But anyway, continue.
Yeah, so he just like, I remember him entering a draw and then coming home from work and being like, we're going to the Oilers game tonight. And I was so excited because that was at the Rexall Place days, Skyreach Center. And in those days, you could go downstairs and stand outside the Oilers room.
Yeah.
And you could just wait there for autographs. So the first game I ever went to, I went down and I hung out outside the room. My dad took me down there, and Bill Ranford came over and signed my program. And chatted with me for probably what was 13 seconds. But when you're 6 years old...
You're like, I'm obsessed.
Yeah, when you're 6 years old, it may as well have been 2-hour conversation. And I've kind of been, unfortunately, hooked since then.
Yeah, the ups and downs for sure. Speaking of autographs, this Thursday at West Edmonton Mall, there's going to be Oilers there signing stuff. I think Kennedy that works here is going to be there bright and early.
Yeah, Kennedy and Waz are going to go do a vlog of what it's like to actually stand in the lines.
We're going to check in on them.
Yeah,
live
we should
on the
probably
show,
get
too.
them on just find out how many people have already lined up at 8 in the morning when the signing, I think, starts at 6 or 6:30 p.m. that night.
Yeah. Like the commitment some people have to autograph day is something I'll never I don't stand in lines for anything.
Me neither. I can't.
I refuse. So to stand in line for that long for Leon Draisaitl's autograph, God bless him. I can't wait to see the footage, like what they come up with.
We can live vicariously through them.
Go back and look at last year when Waz did this for the Derek Ryan line. It's one of the best pieces of content that he's ever made.
Great.
And I'm looking forward to seeing what they do for the Leon line on Thursday.
It is interesting that you say that, like, that Skyreach and what that did for your addiction to the Oilers is having access. I saw an interview with the guy that started the Savannah Bananas, and he was asked, what would you do about some of these struggling franchises, like in the big leagues?
Because is the team
sports?
Also very good? On top of
nobody cares about their record,
right? Who cares?
So I don't know if the Bananas are performing well or not. I mean, I'm sure they're in the off season now, so I don't know how they did. But and he said they do such a great job of being like Disney and making everything accessible. So how there's like one door in to Disney. That's what he wanted to do with the Savannah Bananas, and that the players would be accessible in that one door, so that like they'd walk through the fans to get to the game. And it was interesting to think about how far we've gotten from that.
Even seeing the players leave and go.
And you understand, you got to protect these guys.
100%.
Because there are dumb fans out there that would be very annoying. But it is that like hallway where you met Bill Ranford that maybe the team could do a better job of giving access like that. And I mean, I guess they're doing this
On
autograph
Thursday.
session on Thursday. So they've got some of it. But
I've complained about this a million times. There's that thing where you could go stand outside the room when I was a little kid. Like, that's great. But there was also a time, I'm old enough to remember, when Carnival of Champions was a thing, when the Elks and the Oilers used to do a joint thing at the arena and you could go interact with them in those kind of ways. I went every single year. And if we're talking about Bill Ranford signing a program as like step one, Carnival of Champions was the rest of it. Like, I remember shooting on Freddie Brathwaite. I remember Mariusz Tchaikovsky taking us up to the press box and being like, have all the pop you want, boys. Just get after it. And we're like, again, 7 or 8 years old.
The best.
That stuff will cement you into fandom forever. And they just don't do it anymore.
Right.
And that's a bummer for kids now, because I just don't think they have the touch points that would really cement them for life.
Yep.
Well, and you look at some of these franchises that are struggling. I think the one that they were referencing was the Tennessee Titans, just because, like, if you're a fan of that team, that's worse than the Decade of Darkness. And they don't, these NFL teams don't feel the need to do this at all. No. It's kind of sad. I mean, you do see the teams that need to do it start to do it. I remember when there was a NHL franchise in Atlanta, and hearing Kobe Armstrong talk about how they were at like gas stations doing car washes for people and filling up their vehicles.
Yeah.
And they'd get a free pair of tickets if they came and bought a $10 car wash.
Oh, that's
like,
cool.
I think that here locally, the Riverhawks do a great job.
Yeah.
No matter what's going on, if you're at a Riverhawks game, like, the baseball is almost secondary. You just have a good time no matter what's going on.
And
I
it's
think,
packed.
And it's packed. It's a great night out. Just get a hangout. Beers outside. Giant beer bat full of beer. Come on.
I remember one time Ryder signed up. They had a competition on the field where it was a race. And
I believe I was signed up. I didn't sign up.
Anyway, it was a race with a bunch of 6-year-olds. And who had to prove that they were the fastest? Ryder.
Oh, I'd smoke those 6-year-olds.
Pushing kids out of the way.
You
No,
got
I
it.
wasn't. We might have to get the video evidence here that
It's just like, this is where Reece puts up the Billy Madison dodgeball clip where he's just dummying all those kids.
But yeah, and I ended up getting second place because there was one like 13-year-old that joined
that's not
late.
fair.
One of those kids that's just amazing at every sport, no matter what.
Yeah, that's not fair.
We should keep Bag Milk in the room here for when we do our 3 stars of anything. I'd love to get his thoughts on what we're doing.
On like he gets the first vote. Mm-hmm. Okay, why don't we do the 3
Let's do
stars
it.
of anything, Reece? You ready to rip?
You betcha.
Sweet.
This is where we are counting down and drafting teams of the sexiest mascots.
I think the mascots that get the most action.
It could be an athlete, snacks, or cars. It's time we
Because I think
pick
that gets
our
the most
3
action and
stars.
sexiest are not the same thing in this arena.
Okay, so I think it's not sexiest. I think it's who gets the most action
Okay.
based off of their swag.
Okay, and we decided that I get first overall choice today. You and I tied yesterday. And because I'm in last place, I get first overall pick.
Of course.
I am with my first overall selection for mascots that get it, going with the U of A Golden Bears mascot, Gooba. Let's have a little check out on Gooba. See, he's even like rolling with the ladies in the promo pic.
He's got that sultry stare.
He does. There's something about it.
An interesting side story, my uncle was the first ever founder of the original Gooba at the U of A campus.
Designed it with his wife, Lynn.
That's right. My Uncle Chuck. And then you see the pictures of the original Gooba, and we can't even post them because it like kind of looks
Borderline offensive.
blackface almost, right?
Yeah.
So we're just no.
Which was not their intention. It was just like a really dark mask that it's you could tell it was phase 1 of them trying to come up with this idea. And it just...
Anyway, we love what it's evolved to.
Yes, like, look at him.
This Gooba gets it.
This Gooba most likely got both of those girls' phone numbers after this picture.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
100%.
great choice. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
keep that in mind because you're going to vote on who has the best top 3.
List. Lisa, you're up.
Okay, my first choice is going to be Mickey Moose from the Winnipeg Jets. We'll get the picture up here. I just think that he has great dental health. I think that he'd be one of those guys that would ask me what my name is, and then we would like have a little flirty moment, and then maybe he'd come back to my seat during the next period, and he'd forget my name.
Okay.
And that would really mess with me.
And you'd be interested, like
But
a nag hit.
It would be like a nag hit, and I'd be
Yeah.
like, I need more.
Yeah, he does seem cocky, eh?
He does. He
He
seems very confident.
He's got the vibe of somebody that gets it. All right, good pick.
Okay.
Reese, what do you got for your first choice?
For my first pick, I am going to go with Hunter the Lynx.
Hunter with
Hometown
the first
boy.
pick. Yeah.
With the abs. I mean, the fact that he can stand on those railings while playing the drum.
Do you
It's one of
think-
my favorite tricks he does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. And the slide down.
Yep.
Do you think that when he was interviewed, he's like, "Watch this," or were they like, "Hey, now next, go and do this"?
You have to do this. Or did he come up
Probably.
with it?
Or did he just spend some time at the rink practicing?
I was the mascot for my high school, so you go out there and you bust out the tricks in the intro.
That's
Like
right.
when you have the tryout. So he's just like, hang on, everybody, to the stairs.
But how do you even know that you can do that?
It's amazing.
I think
It
he's
is.
probably taken a tumble or two.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's funny that you say that you were also the mascot of your high school.
You
That
guys were
makes,
both mascots.
That makes 3 or 4 of the people that we've interviewed and got to know. Like everybody who was a high school mascot ends up working here.
No
Yeah.
wonder the Oilers Nation has so many fans. They're all furries.
Yeah, leave the head on.
Exactly. Okay, so you're up next. What's your second pick for the top 3 sports mascots that get action?
I'm going to go with the Diamondbacks mascot, D. Baxter. Just has it going on. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
That is-
wow.
That is a handsome and confident cat dog. I'm not quite sure what D. Baxter is.
Yeah.
Is it also a lynx? Is it just a little
It
bit
looks like a lynx.
A little bit handsomer lynx than Hunter?
But like the kitten version of a lynx.
Yeah, it's giving mysterious
Yeah.
because a lynx, I think, are very good at creeping around with no one noticing. They blend in a lot.
Sure.
So he's like the guy at the party that is mysterious in the corner that's not talking to you, but you're like, I feel like there's a connection between us.
Do you also think that a big part of this is like how fit they look? Because he's got like the wide shoulders. He's svelte.
He's got traps.
Yeah.
Like he lifts those weights in
He's
the gym
jacked.
that you just like do the shoulder shrugs in the gym.
Okay, so that's my second pick, D. Baxter.
CBB87 in the chat says Hunter also smells super good.
Not
I
your
disagree.
experience with him,
I
hey?
had a bad experience. I yelled at him. I said, get it together. If you're going to be hugging people, you need deodorant.
Was he Axe body spraying?
He should be. He wasn't that day. Okay.
So is it just B.O.?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, he smelled like an A&W.
Yeah, I said, Hunter, you are a public figure.
Like an A&W, yeah. Like
Literally.
they're onions.
The onions.
Yeah.
Which once you get I have this secret talent where I can tell what fast food someone ate if I get into their vehicle, like the last fast food they had in their
Okay.
vehicle.
Yeah.
So feel free to challenge me anytime.
I think that's a good bid for the staff here. There's a bunch of dirty rascals that work here.
I
Bags
could nail
everywhere.
it every time.
All right.
So, hey, Lisa, come. We'll call it like Lisa goes in the back seat. And
Let's not call it that.
you just go sit in back seats of different guys' vehicles and smell what their car. Okay.
Okay, who's next?
You're
I
up.
think it's my turn. Okay, my next pick is NJ Devil. Pull him up on the screen here.
Oh, yeah,
We'll
he's
take a look. What I'm into here is the mustache, first of all.
Right. He's got the little thin pencil mustache.
but
like
also-
Andrew Schultz.
He's a bad boy.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if I were trying to date NJ Devil, he would pop up in that Facebook group that is, Are We Dating the Same Guy?
Yeah. yeah.
And everyone in the comments would be like, I just went on a date with him too. And then I'd have to break up with him, even though he probably already stopped talking to me first.
His comments on that app, the T, are not good.
Not at all. NJ Devil with your second pick. Good choice.
Okay, Reese, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to rock. Oh, what the heck? Sorry.
No, that's
No
okay.
problem.
I'm going to go with another bad boy, Gritty.
You think Gritty gets
Really?
it?
You know what?
I think he's just got that bad boy attitude. Everybody's always like, oh, Gritty's always getting into this. I think everybody's just like, oh, geez.
So he's getting into everything, including some sheets.
Hey.
Gritty.
I've been making an alternate list here. Gritty is my number one pick on my alternate list.
Why?
No standards. if the question is who gets it most,
Right.
Gritty is a guy who is just like
Down for anything.
It's not about quality, it's about quantity.
it's about who's around.
But also he's got this like goofiness to him that is attractive to some people.
Sure.
Where it's not about
It's not
looks.
too serious.
It's not about looks. It's like, can you make me laugh?
Right. We're gonna
Okay, Gritty.
We're gonna giggle after.
Yeah, like when he's like pretending he doesn't know how to skate. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, he's got those googly eyes, you know, when you're finally making sweet love to Gritty and those are moving around all
Yeah,
over the place.
they're
I don't know. It's a
all
very
over.
awkward interaction.
Once they lock in, though, you know
But
it's
can
forever.
they? Because they're moving
Yeah,
around.
that's
One eye
true.
looking at you, one eye looking for you, just the whole time.
Also, he's got a great beard. And who doesn't love a ginger every once in a while?
What do you mean every once in a while?
There was a guy from my hometown who had a gritty eye that would always move around. And
Okay.
small town nicknames are ruthless, right?
Yes.
They're the best.
They called this guy Mortgage
Why?
because he had one variable and one fixed.
That is so clever.
It's what a nickname,
That's
right?
so clever.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
All right, I'm going with my next pick. Phillies Fanatic.
Oh, nice.
And it's just, look at the hose on this
Are
guy.
you kidding me?
It's a lot of rope.
Look at that.
Yeah.
And he's a very
what
well-known.
what do they say?
I don't know. What do they say?
Well, doesn't he have a big nose?
Yeah.
Don't they say things?
Well, yeah, that apparently it came out recently that it's not the size of a man's hands; it's the size of his nose that lets you know how well endowed he is. Oh,
You don't
excuse
need
me.
to keep hitting your nose into the mic. We know you have a big nose, Ryder.
Excuse me.
Okay. This big green monster. I mean, I guess. I think this is going to lose votes for you. I don't know
No.
if you're going to win today.
The ladies love the Fanatic, and with a name like that,
Especially because I'm coming through with straight fire for my third pick today. I'm heading to a university in Georgia. I'm going with Hairy Dog. What I like about this guy is that is one hot dog.
All chest, no legs.
He looks like he would whine, dine, and then ghost.
I thought you were going with
Maybe.
something else that rhymed there. The jawline too. I know you're a big fan of jawlines.
I do love a good jawline. I like the biceps.
Yeah, he's jacked too. Good pick.
Yep, so that's my third
That's
pick.
kind of off the board too. I didn't realize that we were going with.
Well, originally
American
I said
unis.
NHL mascots, and then I kind of pivoted to sports mascots
Sure.
because
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did a couple baseball teams. Reese, who's your third pick?
My final selection is going to pay homage to my past, Nate Ook.
Oh, nice. Respect.
I don't
It's a
think
good-looking
that,
cat.
I don't think that owl is getting any.
what do you think this owl's pickup line would be if he was talking to a table of women?
Something about who?
Who are these beautiful ladies?
That's where my head was going to.
Okay, we need to spitfire our choices, and then we'll get the poll up in the chat, and then of course get Bag Milk's opinion
Yeah.
on who has the best.
He can be the tiebreaker if we tie again today.
Okay, Ryder, let's hear yours.
I went with Gooba, the U of A Golden Bears mascot,
Yeah.
the Diamondbacks, D. Baxter,
Mm-hmm.
and the Philadelphia Phillies Fanatic.
I went with Mickey Moose from the Winnipeg Jets, NJ Devil from, of course, the Devils, and Harry Dog from the University of Georgia Bulldogs.
I
Reece?
went with Hunter from the Oilers, Gritty from the Flyers, and the Nate Ook from Nate.
I like the local tie-in. That might get you some extra votes today, Reese.
I had a local tie-in as well.
Oh, yeah, right.
We'll get that poll up. What's your first vote, Big Milk, the potential tiebreaker?
Yeah, who
Whose
really brought it
list?
home for you?
So I feel like my boy Reese is pandering to me because he also knows that I am a Nate Ook.
Yeah.
Mm.
But that
knows
owl
I
is
love
not
Hunter.
getting it. Okay.
But you know what? Some ladies love a smart guy. And the cartoon equivalent of smart is the owl.
True.
Yeah, brains.
Works at a school, technical college,
Yeah.
dabbles everywhere.
Probably knows a trade or two.
Likes to stay up late, maybe watch some of the same shows you indulge in, like Survivor, and
He's a fan of The Nest, I'm sure,
goes for a beer.
as we all are. So I got to give it to my boy Reese. I love the local flavor.
All right.
Wow. Someone said Hunter. Oh yeah, I already said Hunter smells pretty good. Gritty is the Pete Davidson of mascots, says Justin.
100%. He gets it.
Reece is leading right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're 22 votes in, and Reece has 41% of the votes. So
Well,
we'll have to check back.
Some honorable mentions if you want to stick with the local flavor on the
Please.
mascots.
Sure.
Let's hear
Sexy
it.
mascots, in my opinion. Homer. Dad bods are in.
Ooh, that's very true.
Yeah,
It is giving
dad
dad
bods
bod.
are in.
Thick neck.
How about Spike? I know that the Elks don't use him anymore.
He's got something going on
They
there.
went back to punter and Nanook, also punter with the dad bod, but
Yep.
But also
Spike
that polar
was
bear.
pretty sexy.
That polar bear.
That polar bear could get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my third one is Bob Stauffer. Everybody loves the Bob father. I would say he's a mascot to the city and the Oilers.
Sure.
And I love him.
He's got the smolder.
The smolder.
Nobody can smolder like Bob.
Nobody smolders like Bob, and I love him.
Awesome. That is really funny that he somehow made it onto the list. Currently, Reece way ahead now.
Just crushing.
50%.
Reece is good at this game.
He is really good.
Yeah, he's going to take the official lead back from Lisa today if he wins this one.
Mm-hmm.
I quite often pretend I'm keeping track of things on this paper.
Yeah, you just
to
scribble it down.
Like it's actual, almost all of it's
It's just those
nonsense.
S's that we all used to draw in high
I
school.
just drew a
3.
penis on the corner.
It's the John Stewart Daily Show notes, just scribbling everywhere.
Do.
Bagged Milk, thank you for coming in today. What's your prediction for the game tonight?
Tonight will be a very casual 8-1 Oilers win. You can bank on that. Bet all of Jay's money. He
Okay.
will send you an e-transfer at his soonest convenience.
Perfect. Thank you very much for coming in. As always, nice to see you around here too.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming in. And Bagged Milk is brought to you by Southview Acura. Here, you take over.
No problem. Family owned and operated on Edmonton's south side, Southview Acura offers a premier selection of new and pre-owned Acuras and more backed by expert service you can trust. Stop by today and discover why at Southview Acura. Luxury meets reality. Did you see my new whip outside?
How can you not? That thing's beautiful.
It's awesome, eh?
The decals are great. The car is great. I want to go for a spin in that baby.
Keys are right there.
Let's do it.
And I'll come and I'll tell you what the last fast food that was eaten in it was. Which I don't think there's any yet.
I keep
actually.
getting checked out on the road, but then I realize that it's just a really nice new vehicle that I got from
People are just
Southview
curious. I mean, when you see the sauce, you're like, what does this mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's
It
so
looks good.
mysterious.
They did a great job.
They did a really good job.
The reveal video is great too.
Yeah. They had they rolled out the red carpet.
Professionals.
Yeah, and I came in with this idea of I'm gonna go do some donuts in the parking lot, and I'm just eating donuts. Meanwhile, they're getting ready with this VIP treatment.
Yeah. They're all wearing suits.
Yeah.
You're wearing sweatpants. They're rethinking this entire collaboration.
Should we get into recommend something?
Yes, this is a segment where we
Recommend something.
Bag Milk, you're always on top of the shows that everyone should be getting in on. As somebody who loves reality TV, what is the one show?
Yeah, sorry for saying goodbye to you if you weren't planning to leave yet.
Oh, I didn't. I wasn't really paying attention. I can leave.
No, I don't want you to leave. Can you imagine?
Listen, I have real work to do, and I would
Get the
rather
hell
not
outta
do
here.
that.
Okay, but before you leave, if you could recommend one reality TV show and specific season for someone to start on, what would it be?
So I'm obsessed with bad dating shows.
Okay.
I love them. There's something about hot people being really mean to each other in various tropical climates that I really love.
Yeah, there's something about watching people on TV that are more messed up than you.
Yeah.
It's
and,
comforting.
My favorite one, I think, right now is Temptation Island. Because I love the fact that there's couples and they're like, well, hang on a second. We want to just test the waters here. And maybe if I go hang around a bunch of babes for a month, nothing's going to happen. It's the worst of us. And I love it.
What percentage of Temptation Island couples?
I'd say most cheat on each other.
Right. Like
Yeah.
how many make it through and are like,
Very few.
you are the one for me.
Yeah, very few.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Yeah.
that scare you guys a little bit?
No. I would if I was at an island with a bunch of babes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you were surrounded by, well, that's going to be what the Nation Vacation in Vegas is like.
Bunch of hot dudes.
with all the coworkers around here
Yeah.
in their mascot suits
Yeah.
from high school.
Aaron Bordato texts me, and he's 100% right. MILF Manor was another one of my favorites.
MILF Manor.
Yeah,
was a
just
good
the
one, yeah.
greatest where this pocket of MILFs rolls in and the 20-somethings get after it. I love it.
Did you ever watch the Average Joe
Of course.
back in the day? Do
Wow,
you
Bag
remember
Milk
that
has
one?
watched everything. No.
That's where they had a guy
Oh, wait, yes.
who everybody on the show thought was like a king. They thought he was royalty and that he was loaded.
Yeah.
And then at the end,
When
they're
he
like,
chose someone and they claim they loved him,
then they go, do you actually love him? Because he's just a normal guy.
he does not have any money. And then if they were to still be with him, they would give them $1 million or something, right?
If they stayed together, I think they got the money.
See, I love that. It just like brings out the worst of us. I was just wrapped up. Love is blind. I love when they meet and they're so in love and they say, I love you after 3 seconds behind the wall. And then they meet and they're like, ugh.
Yeah. That one.
Not for me.
That one season where she said she looked like Megan Fox. And then when he
it's
met her,
awesome.
he was so mad because he's like, she doesn't look like Megan Fox, which she kind of did.
Yeah. A
In
little
a roundabout human way.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. She was the the Temu version, right?
I think that if I was on
We
Love
have
is
Megan
Blind,
Fox at home. Yeah.
I would say if I were, okay, what if you guys were in the pod? Okay, let's do this with Bag Milk because his identity's never been revealed.
Mm-hmm.
If you were on Love is Blind, how would you describe yourself like comparable to a celebrity?
Well, this is gonna work well too.
This is fun. For
because
me,
people don't know what bag milk looks.
for
looks
me,
like.
it's Blake Lively before she got her nose job. Or
That's what you'd say in the pod.
I would say Blake Lively pre-nose job, or the lost Hanson brother when I don't have makeup on, or Charlize Theron in Monster on a bad hangover day, to really paint pictures.
You are not falling in love in those pods. If that's
I'm
what
being
you're
honest
going
at
with.
least.
Jesus.
What about you guys?
I'd probably go with Woody Harrelson had he not got his act together. Like, he is all about veganism,
Yeah.
clean eating,
Yeah.
not drinking. So I'm
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson had he not done that.
Okay, Bag Milk, your
I'd go
turn.
Sean Connery now. He's been dead for several years.
That's ruthless. Yeah, we should not, none of us should go on that show. I don't.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
Do you have to have an element of lying to make it work? Like you have
I think
to be
everybody
able to-
lies when they're on like a first couple dates. Like I remember being on dating apps and they'd be like, "What'd you get up to today?" And like I had done nothing, and I'd be like, "Oh, I just got home from the gym." No, I hadn't.
Okay.
Yeah, just working on a project, really getting after it.
Yeah.
Not just sitting there eating hot dogs covered in crumbs.
Exactly.
For hours.
You gotta lie a little bit.
Yeah.
My recommendation today is I've unfollowed somebody that I was only seeing because I hate follow them.
You can't be hate following. It's
Who is it? Say
bad.
names.
I can't say the name because this guy got called out, I think, publicly by a radio station at some point, and then went like off the deep end and is threatening to sue them and stuff.
Oh,
I'm
okay. So you're
gonna-
not saying anything, but they have hot takes.
Oh my god! And then I go in the comments and I
Stop.
get twisted up. So my recommendation is to block those people. I
Mm-hmm.
feel so much lighter.
Good.
Not having that be the second or third thing I see every time I open my phone. So just, if you hate somebody, block them.
Can I give you mine on Insta?
Your block list?
I don't block. I restrict.
Okay.
Oh,
I want them to
restrict.
see you. You can see me.
Okay.
But I don't want to see you.
You don't exist to me anymore.
And you have one that you're willing to share?
He has a whole list.
I've got if you look at my restrict list, it's probably like 100 people in there.
I love that this was
kidding.
your recommend something and you're going to open your Instagram today and you're going to have 200 less followers. Just kidding.
I'm only here for the Lisa.
Yeah, people are hate following this sauce. No, I'm just kidding. My recommendation of the day is nuts and bolts. Tis the sizz. It's time. They're easy to make. What is it? Melted butter and some seasoning. You put that stuff out on the table at a gathering, people are losing their minds. They're frothing at the mouth. Nuts and bolts. We have a sweet little old woman neighbor who comes around to every house and gives everyone like a little container of her nuts and bolts, and it's the sweetest thing ever. And I look forward to it every year.
That's a snack I would like to enjoy in my pocket. Like if you could just have like nuts and bolts in a bag in your pocket and you walk around all day, you're having a good day.
Yeah. There's some good nuts and bolts downstairs at the Bread and Butter Bakery, just saying.
It is interesting, too, how you can run into a bad batch once in a while.
Yeah, you get a couple of the shredded wheats that have almost too much seasoning on them and they're a little bit burnt.
Uh-huh.
You got to be careful of those ones.
Yeah, the nuts and bolts you made the one year were really bad. Don't you remember that?
No.
Oh, yeah, they were like shit. Everybody was talking about them in the office.
Who?
Who was talking about them? Everyone was like, who made these?
They're not even that hard to make.
I know. You burnt them, and you could taste the burn. and I don't think you put butter in them.
Okay, sorry.
You just mixed cereals and burnt them.
My recommendation is nuts and bolts made from someone other than me. Okay. Anyway, that was another round of recommend something.
At my old job, there was also a lady who used to make nuts and bolts, but sometimes she tried to get creative with what goes in it.
Oh, God.
And she'll,
What was
like,
she
throw
putting
like
in?
dried chickpeas or
I was
something.
gonna say
Like,
raisins.
nobody wants that.
No,
Yeah.
you can't have
Stick to
surprise
the
items.
basics.
I know, but somebody had to realize that checks belong in there at some point and take a risk.
No,
you
I think they
know?
were there since day one.
Well, no, they would have started with just probably one kind of cereal, don't you think? With some seasoning and butter.
Butter?
Pardon me?
That's what you just said.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you went butter?
But I feel like had we not ever realized peanuts, for example, kind of belong in there.
You know what doesn't? Walnuts. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, trial and error, I suppose.
I guess you got to mix and match. You got to be brave.
You got to be brave sometimes, but don't take them to the public. Don't
Don't-
bring them into work unless they're...
Yeah, don't potluck them unless they're.
Perfected.
Yeah, you got your mix down.
that is another round of recommend something.
I can't believe I recommended nuts and bolts and then had to pivot and say, but not mine. It's fine.
What can we expect out of this Vegas trip? The nation vacation has just been announced.
I'm so
Ooh.
excited.
Okay, we've never been on a Vegas nation vacation.
We've
what?
been on a Jasper one.
So
Yes,
you
we
guys
have.
came on the Jasper ski trip 100 years ago.
Yes, we did.
You did not make it to the mountain. That is the nation vacation to Vegas.
Okay.
People go into this weekend. They have plans. They do none of them. The only thing we end up making it to, we're getting to the game.
Right.
Yes.
Every other plan, though, that you had set, it's going to get ruined.
It's just a maybe.
It's a maybe. Maybe have blanket ideas of
Yeah.
things you'd like to do.
It's like a we'll see what happens kind of
But don't set an
mentality.
itinerary.
Okay.
You're going to miss it. It's just what you're going to have is a group of the greatest people ever. We're going to hang out together all weekend. We're going to go on adventures, and then we all end up to the game in what is going to be an amazing zone where your drinks and food are part of the package. So we're going to get after it. And circa out on Fremont, like we pivoted these nation vacations from staying on the Strip to staying on Fremont.
Fremont is where it's at.
It's the best.
It's so much fun.
We had so many people last trip in April to Vegas that didn't even leave Fremont to go to the Strip.
No.
We just hung around there the whole time because everything you need.
There's
You got
a really-
live music, the cover bands, the cheap casinos,
Yeah.
The
Unless,
free
pizza's
pours.
so good.
unless you're planning to go to a $300 show featuring an artist who hasn't toured in 25 years, to me, the Strip doesn't really matter that much anymore.
You can watch one of the best cover bands you'll ever see on Fremont on a nightly basis.
Yeah. Fremont, we're all about that as well. We had a really fun trip there one time. We went on a trip to Mexico once, and Lisa and I partied so hard that we didn't make the introductory dinner because it was like,
Because we were sleeping.
well, we landed at like 10 a.m.
Yeah,
partied
partied
all day
all
in the
day.
pool. And then a couple of the other people from the trip pretended they were us when management's like, where are these hosts
Where's the
that are
people that
supposed to host?
brought 30 people to Mexico? And so 2 people just stood up and they were like, I'm Lisa, I'm Ryder, and they just pretended to host this event.
So you guys are going to fit right in.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a fit.
Part of the fun is like the next day after a big night out, watching the boys set up for a live show is one of my favorite things ever.
Awesome.
To watch like Tyler when he's got one eye covered trying to do
Yes.
Oilers Nation every day, trying to talk stats and shit. It's
I think
the
we
best.
have to work.
Yeah, I think we're going to
going.
be, if we get her done and make our way there, we might be doing the show from there too.
Unless we sleep through
Even
it. Then
earlier.
We'll get 2 saucers to step up and pretend they're us, and they can go live for 2 hours. How does that sound?
Exactly.
Who wants to?
Yeah, because I'd be an
Get in
hour
on that.
backwards too, so a 7 a.m. start for you.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
March 24th to 27th. If
Yep.
you would like to join, just feel free to hit us up. We've got the hotel package, the flights, the tickets to the game. There's food and beverages. There's a early watch party for the night before as we take on Utah. It's going to be dope. So
Check out nationgear.ca because there's also like if you have your own flight credits or something like that, we have non-flight packages as well.
Oh, sweet.
So if you've got points on your credit card or
Yeah.
whatever it is, we have the rest of the package so you can get down there on your own.
Didn't
Join
know
us
that.
for the rest.
Sweet.
It's a great alternative for some people if they got some points on that card.
Absolutely.
That's so fun.
Is there any other business we need to take care of? We got to do our picks.
We have to do our picks.
Who would you rather bet on? Stay with us, bagged milk.
Sure.
I'm coming in with something hot today.
So what's the mission here? We're putting together a bet?
We each picked a bet. You decide who's you like more.
I like it.
You're going to like mine more. Anyway, this segment brought to you by Sports Interaction, Sportsbook and Casino. Every game is your game when you bet with Sports Interaction. From puck drop to overtime, bet with Canada's homegrown sportsbook. 19 plus, please play responsibly. I'm going with an Oilers win and a Clattenburg goal.
Wow.
Because why not? He almost scored during his first game.
And I do feel like he earned a few more minutes. Like, that's the only thing that I don't love about that bet is he played like 5 minutes last game.
Mm-hmm.
So, but he earned his keep.
Yeah, think of what he could do if he was on there longer than 5 minutes.
He might score 100 goals tonight.
We'll see. Anyway, so that's what I'm going with tonight.
And I think Hyman's due for his first of the season. So I'm going Oilers win with a Hyman goal.
So, like, if I'm voting straight up on likelihood, I love Riders.
Yes, of course.
But vibes-wise, Connor Clattenburg goal and an Oilers win, Rogers Place is erupting if that happens.
And, like, his dad getting emotional on the screen. It's too much. It's so cute, and I just love this.
It is a nice trend that I've been seeing more and more when guys get their shot and it goes to their parents and the interview with the parents, like Ye Savage during the Blue Jays run.
Yes.
I was like best friends with his family just
wanted
from
to
seeing
be.
them on TV.
You wanted to be.
Yeah, I wanted to like kick it with his dad.
Yeah.
And I felt the same way about this one.
Yeah.
Or the video of Davis Schneider's dad recording the home run from the meta glasses. Like, I love that stuff.
And Davis Schneider's sister sticking up for him on Twitter during every game. If people were hating on him, if they would say like Davis Schneider sucks and then he would hit, she would retweet it with like, what now? Like, I just love that.
What the hell is this guy leading off for? And she quoted
You
it after he
idiot.
hit his home run and been like, because of that. Yes.
Anyway, every game is your game when you bet with Sports Interaction. Get in on the action with parlay boosts, live betting, and easy deposits and payouts. Bet now at sportsinteraction.com/OilersNation. 19 plus, please play responsibly.
Can we pick your brain about one more thing?
Of course.
The Jasper hockey tournament.
The pond tournament.
Now, it sounds like it's incredible.
It is, without a question, my favorite weekend of the year.
Is it?
So we've done this, I think this is 5 or 6 years in a row now out at the JPL. First of all, the JPL is amazing.
Yeah.
If you've never been to the Jasper Park Lodge, that in itself is a reason to go. But then you're playing 4-on-4 shinny, essentially, on Lake Mildred. And they do a great job of taking care of the ice. There's activations and sponsors and partners and fires and all kinds of cool stuff around the lake where you can kind of hang out and chill. But if you're thinking about the most Canadian thing you could ever do in your life, playing 4-on-4, surrounded by the mountains at the JPL in Jasper is one of the best things you could ever do. This tournament sells out every year.
Yeah.
Get your group in or you're going to miss out. And I promise you, when we start posting videos, clips, all the stuff that we do, you're going to feel FOMO and wish you went.
Yep.
It is the best.
And there's different levels of hockey as well. Like, you can sign up if you've got a really good crew.
Yep.
You can throw yourself in the competitive division.
Yeah, we call those the Keener groups.
Okay.
If you're not actually trying to win the tournament, join our group. That's the ones who are out drinking until 3 a.m.
Absolutely.
Maybe you let her buck before you get on the ice for 9.
That's perfect.
That's my speed.
Yeah. Maybe you can't skate backwards. That's fine.
That's my speed.
So this is shaking down January 23rd to the 25th, the Jasper Pond Hockey Tournament. And if you want to get in on it, you better register now before it's too late.
Join us. It's so fun.
Yeah.
Jasper in January shakes down. They like really make that whole month pretty special in that community as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that a lot of that community needs the support, especially
Since the fires.
of people in and around Edmonton to go back out and try it out again. It's recovered very well, but they need the support of lots of people showing up. So maybe this is a perfect opportunity to get out there and support a great community and play some hockey in the middle of the mountains. God, that sounds awesome.
Get out there maybe in a day early. Hit up Marmot for a day. Going into town.
Yes.
Hit up some of the restaurants. There's some great places in Jasper. It's my favorite place.
Maybe you'll see a sexy Lynx
Maybe.
like the mascot Ryder had. Who ended up winning? Was it Reece just ran away with it, hey?
Yeah, I already marked him down on my sheet that doesn't really exist. He's leading.
Should we get into what we learned on the show today?
Sure.
Did you guys learn any important lessons during this episode? Wait.
We have a theme song for this.
We do have a theme song for this.
And Reece is ready to rock and roll with it in 3, 2, 1,
Zero.
0,
Minus 1. Minus 2. Minus 3.
Just kidding. I threw out that intro.
I actually am just trying to
It wasn't all that much, but let's recap anyway. Now it's time to hear what we learned today. It wasn't very much, but let's recap anyway.
All right, Lisa, what do you got?
I'm trying to think.
This was your idea to dive into this.
I know.
You don't got anything for us
Oh,
today.
I learned to not talk about upper deckers on a live
Yeah.
show, especially when it's not a true story. Whoops.
There's a big difference between the upper decker and just the not flushing.
My bad.
Especially for the cleanup. The flush is just like, inconvenience. The upper decker, like, you got to get gloves. Anyway, that is an important lesson.
What about you?
I learned that there is a 95-year-old bus driver who just set the world record for the oldest person to still be driving bus for a city, and I'm not going to go to that city.
That's correct.
Because I would feel terrible being like, nope, not for me.
Reece, did you learn any important lessons today during the show, or were you too busy?
I learned all of the different reasons that you couldn't get rid of these cigarettes. The 8 million cigarettes. I would have never thought that you couldn't burn them, like all that stuff.
It's true, right?
That's a good point.
Still don't know what they do with those.
No clue.
Maybe that's what the border markers in Lloyd are, where they made that cigarette bus. They just fill the border markers with darts. Hey, those big orange poles?
Don't you remember there were poles in around the city that looked like cigarettes for a stretch there? They were white and they had the little black on the top.
No.
Maybe they just fill those with cigarettes.
What was that hand motion you did when explaining those?
Don't worry about it. Make sure you're liking this video and subscribing to Oilersnation. And we upload a podcast every single day called The Sauce. So make sure you're checking that out as well. Thank you, Bag Milk, for joining us. That meant a lot.
Did you learn anything important today?
Yeah, I did, actually.
Ooh.
Number one, and I think most importantly, why are we not partying like the Olsen twins more? If you go to a wedding and there is a table full of ciggies,
It's party time.
there's 2 times when cigarettes don't count, and they're healthy for you. 1, trip darts don't count.
Vacations, yeah.
Vegas.
2, a wedding dart at like midnight with the boys.
Look at Drysidle on his wedding night.
Exactly.
That didn't
Right.
count.
That is a professional athlete, a well-tuned machine.
And nobody cared.
Bring back ciggy bowls at weddings.
Siggy Bowls, like the Olsen twins. Good lesson.
We're probably going to get in trouble for that.
Let's go have some of that turkey poutine. It's here.
It's here. It's time to eat.
It's time to have a mimosa. Anyway, we'll be back with you tomorrow at 8 a.m. Mountain. Thanks for watching The Sauce. Have a great day.
Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, like it, hype it, and share it with your friends.
And to not miss any of our content, make sure you're subscribing to the Oilersnation YouTube channel.